of the empty room. Late at night, in the heart of an aging apartment building, there was a room no one dared to enter. Room 404 stood perpetually locked, its faded door number hanging by a single nail. New tenants were always warned, never go into that room. It's not empty, it's waiting. Angela, a curious young journalist, had just moved into the building. She didn't believe in ghosts or curses, dismissing the stories about Room 404 as exaggerated tales spun by bored tenants. Her apartment was right next to the infamous room, and she couldn't resist the temptation to investigate. The neighbors whispered about a woman who had lived there years ago, a recluse who had vanished without a trace. Some said they could still hear her crying late at night. Others claimed to have seen a shadowy figure pacing near the window. Angela decided to uncover the truth. One evening, after everyone had gone to sleep, Angela stood in front of room 404 with a flashlight and a set of lockpicking tools. The air around the door felt unnaturally cold, and a faint, sickly sweet scent wafted through the crack in the doorframe. She hesitated for a moment, but shook off her unease. The lock clicked open with surprising ease. Pushing the door ajar, Angela stepped inside. The room was eerily preserved, as if time had stopped. A dusty bed with rumpled sheets stood in the center, and a broken mirror hung on the wall, its jagged surface reflecting the faint light. Faded photographs were scattered across the floor, their subjects blurred and unrecognizable. Angela's flashlight flickered, plunging the room into momentary darkness. When the light returned, she saw it, a figure in the corner. A woman in a tattered white dress, her face obscured by long, matted hair, stood motionless. "Who are you?" Angela whispered, her voice trembling. The woman didn't answer. Instead, she raised her hand, pointing toward Angela with a skeletal finger. The door slammed shut behind her, and the air grew suffocating. Angela backed away, but the figure moved closer, her feet never touching the ground. The woman's face came into view, twisted and hollow, her eyes like empty voids. Her voice echoed in a guttural whisper, "Why have you come? This is my room." Angela tried to scream, but no sound escaped her lips. The flashlight fell from her hands, rolling across the floor and casting erratic beams of light. Shadows danced on the walls, and the air was filled with anguished cries. Suddenly, the woman lunged at Angela, her icy hands gripping her shoulders. A flood of images filled Angela's mind: loneliness, betrayal, and the suffocating despair that had consumed the woman in life. With a final surge of strength, Angela tore herself free and scrambled to the door. She twisted the knob, throwing it open and stumbling into the hallway. The neighbors found her the next morning, trembling and incoherent, muttering about the woman in white. The landlord sealed room 404 that day, bolting it shut with iron chains. But late at night, tenants still hear the faint sound of weeping